السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معظمنا سمع في الفترة الأخيرة عن كلمة بريكس، كمان سمعنا إن مصر دخلت البريكس. بس يا ترى what is exactly the BRICS and what BRICS stands for? Let's see. BRICS, it's an intergovernmental organization and its name is an abbreviation of the first letters of 5 member states. Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa joined them in 2010. مش بس كده، ده كمان Egypt, Ethiopia, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Iran, the United Arab Emirates, and Argentina later joined them. And its name will become BRICS Plus after these countries join. بعد ما عرفنا ايه هو البريكس وعرفنا كلمة بريكس جت منين، يا ترى بقى ايه هي فكرة البريكس؟ خلينا نشوف. The idea of BRICS group was formulated by Goldman Sachs chief economist Jim O'Neill in a study conducted in 2001 entitled Building Better Global Economies for the BRICS Countries. O'Neill initially used the term BRIC to refer to the emerging markets in Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and from 2000 to 2008. And the share of these 4 countries in global output rose rapidly from 16% to 22%. طيب يا ترى امتى كان أول لقاء للبلدان دي؟ The first meeting of this quadripartite grouping at the president level was in July 2008 on the sidelines of the G8 Power meeting held on the island of Hokkaido in Japan. They agreed to coordinate economic issues that concern their countries and affect the global economy. After South Africa joined the group, its area became approximately a quarter of the world's area, and population is 3.25 billion people, which represent more than 40% of the world's population. And more importantly, it represents 25.6% of the global GDP, at about $25.9 trillion until 2022. بعد ما عرفنا كل المعلومات دي عن بريكس، يا ترى البريكس ده هيحقق ايه؟ وهي توقعات مجموعة جولدمان ساكس المصرفية للبريكس، وهل مصر هيكون ليها دور فعلا؟ ده اللي هنشوفه دلوقتي. It achieves high growth rates in most cases. It is noteworthy that the Goldman Sachs banking group has expected this bloc to constitute a global economic force by 2050. Of course, this expectation will be strengthened after the joining of the 6 other countries, including Egypt, which will represent an important additional force for the group. However, the most important expectation of Goldman Sachs was that these countries would form an alliance or a political club in the future, and the group has maintained its regular meetings since 2008. ودلوقتي تعالوا نشوف شوية حاجات عملها البريكس. At the 2014 summit, it was agreed to establish the new development bank, NDB, with a capital of $50 billion. It acts as an alternative to the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, providing financing for infrastructure projects and sustainable development. And then, the Cash Reserve Fund, Contingency Reserve Arrangements, CRA, with a capital of $100 billion in China, Shanghai, which is a liquidity mechanism to support member states that are unable to pay. Its goal was to provide protection against global liquidity pressures for the currencies of member states. كمان, at the 2015 summit, it was agreed on a financial payment system as an alternative to SWIFT and the transition to settlements in national currencies to achieve the transition to a multinational payment system to achieve the greatest degree of independence. Data from International Monetary Fund shows economic strengths that the BRICS countries have achieved, which is the bloc's contribution to the global economy is 31.5% at the end of 2022 compared to 30.7% for the 7 industrialized countries, which are the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Italy, Germany, Canada, and Japan. وأخيراً, at the 2023 summit held in Johannesburg, President Cyril Ramaphosa announced the acceptance of the accession of the 6 subsequent countries, including Egypt. They actually joined the bloc starting on January 1st, 2024. بعد ما مصر انضمت للبريكس، يا ترى ايه اللي هتستفيدوا منه؟ وهي المميزات اللي ممكن يقدمها البريكس لمصر؟ خلينا نشوف. It is known that Egypt's accession to the BRICS is an important step towards breaking ties with the US dollar, which will be reflected in the Egyptian currency, and the most important of which is the rise in its price against the dollar. In the event of agreement on exports through the system of reciprocal deals or the system of exchange in local currencies of the countries of the bloc, which now include 11 of the largest trading and economic countries. And since Egypt desires economic growth and diversification and reducing costs by joining the BRICS group, which devotes its effort to forming an alternative payment systems and moving away from dependence on the US dollar, increasing trades using local currencies and the possibility of establishing a common currency in the long term will benefit Egypt, which suffers from a shortage in foreign currency reserves such as the dollar and the euro, but analysts believe that it may take some time before any benefits appear. In this context, a source in the Egyptian foreign trade sector said that Egypt's entry into BRICS contributes to facilitating reaching agreements on trade exchange in local currency with some countries within the BRICS alliance, especially Russia and China, noting that the actual steps and procedures for joining began in August 2023 for Cairo to become a member of the BRICS alliance, the strongest economic alliance after the G20. And the Information Center of the Council of Ministers said in a previous statement that Egypt's accession to the BRICS is an affirmation of the strength of the good economic and political relations between Egypt and the bloc countries, and of its economic and geopolitical position in the Middle East and North Africa region. He added that the rapprochement with the BRICS group helps promote the reforms that the Egyptian economic and investment environment has witnessed in the recent years, in a way that increases Egypt's opportunities to attract more foreign investments. كمان, Ibrahim al-Nasralli, a former official at the Ministry of Commerce, said that Egypt's joining the BRICS group contributes greatly to raising the competitive advantage of local products, whether in terms of quality or price. He explained that with Egypt joining this group, export, import, and exchange between the group's countries will increase, and the trade balance deficit of member states will be reduced, including it contributes to alleviating the pressure on dollar demand. ومش بس كده, also, Kamal El-Souki, a member of the board of directors of the Federation of Industries, confirms that Egypt's joining the BRICS group is considered an important step to enhance the growth of the Egyptian economy, especially since the Indian and Chinese markets are important markets for industrial exports, and their experiences and expertise can be benefited from, and that step is important for developing trade exchange and exports between Egypt and BRICS, pointing out it is considered a strong and effective group that has influence and competes strongly with the World Trade Organization and has a great future. بعد ما شفنا شوية من المميزات اللي ممكن يضيفها البريكس لمصر، خلينا نشوف دور مصر ممكن يبقى ايه. Egypt plays an important role in enhancing cooperation and coordination among the BRICS countries as it contributes to formulating policies and decisions that enhance cooperation among member states and express their common interests. In addition, Egypt can contribute to BRICS with its special experiences and skills in areas such as agriculture, and there is a cooperation between Egypt and the BRICS countries in fields of scientific research, technology, and innovation. In the end, some countries may seek to apply for membership in BRICS, such as Algeria, Bahrain, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Thailand, Senegal, and many other countries. وبس كده خلصنا كل حاجة عن البريكس. أتمنى أن تكونوا استفدتم واستمتعتم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.